Let's see now how we can upload trainings in Volleyball app so you can get a complete schedule like this one, which you can share with your members so they have one place to see all of your trainings and sign up for them. Uploading a new event schedule takes around 3 minutes with Volleyball app. You first click on schedule, then click on add and choose the event type. Do you want to upload a volleyball camp, a social event, a training? I want to upload a training, and now it only asks me what type of event banner I want to use. So you can either choose one of the default ones or upload your own training photo, for example. And it's super cool because you see on the right side already how it's going to look like on the phones of your players. Then you add an event name, let's say intermediate level training. You copy in the event description, and what is super cool about it is it has an auto translate functionality. So if you are an international club, you can choose into which languages your description and event title is being translated. And so this is a Spanish beach volleyball club, so we're going to translate it into English, Spanish and German. You click on generate, and after a couple of seconds you already have all the translations. You confirm, and that's it. So as a next step, you're gonna define when the trainings are gonna take place. So this training group trains every Wednesday. For the next 3 months, you're gonna upload the events, confirm. Now you wanna define a location name. So you just copy in the event address, confirm. You can give it a custom name. You define an event start, so at 6 p.m. until 7:30. Okay. You give it a maximum amount of athletes who can participate. This is a beach volleyball training. Here in this club, for example, they do it with 8 persons. And everybody else above 8 would then go to the wait list. You define an event coach, in this case, Paula Leon. Then we have the gender. So we are doing a female training here. Actually, this is a mixed group. The visibility, that means who is going to be able to access the event through the public calendar. So public is the default. That means everybody can see the event and sign up for it. If you choose to do a private event, everybody's going to go to the wait list, no matter what your other configurations for the event are. Then we have members only. That means only your members can see the event in the public schedule of the application. And unlisted would mean nobody can see the event in the public schedule, and they can only access the event through a link. So in this case, we're going to choose public and later restrict the event to certain training groups. First, we're going to define an event price. So these are the different event prices I created for my club. And I say here, this is the price of the event. Now let's come to access restrictions. So a lot of beach volleyball clubs want to restrict their trainings according to the level of the players. So in Volleyball app, each club can define their own level system. This is really easy. You could just say, I'm going to create 8 levels in my club and give them a name. For example, here this club has beginner groups, then they have intermediate and advanced groups. And then you can say, I want to restrict this event to all the intermediate levels, B1 and B2 intermediate. And now, when you upload the event, everybody can see this training, but only players who are confirmed of this level are going to be to directly reserve for the training and pay for the training. Everybody else would go to the wait list and not confirmed for the training. An alternative for this level approach is to use training groups. So if you have fixed training groups in your club, like teams or certain schedules that are reserved always for the same 8 people or 12 people. You can create member groups inside the application. We actually made a separate video for this because you can do a lot of things with those teams and training groups apart from restricting events. And here, in this case, we're gonna check, of course, Paula's training groups. And then you see you have all the training groups of Paula, and you can restrict 2 things here. You can restrict the access and grant free access to the event. That means, okay, here we have a training group of Paula, which could be 8 players of a certain level, and we want to grant them preferred access to this event. That means only the players of this training group are actually going to be able to reserve for the event. The others go to the wait list. So they are not confirmed, they cannot pay. And you can as well mark free access. That means all the players that are in this member group, they don't have to pay. Others are going to have to pay. In this case, we're only going to mark preferred access, which means we only want to have people of this team to be able to train in the schedule. Then another cool feature that the app offers is that you ask each player to fill out a form before they come to their first training. So the application allows you to create custom forms where you can collect any type of information and then attach them to events. And now each player at least once needs to fill out this form. In this case, we're not going to do this. And then lastly, you can define a registration cutoff, which means that after a certain date and hour, nobody's going to be able to reserve for the event anymore. Then we click on publish. We confirm that all the dates are correct. It's going to take a couple of seconds to upload. And you've already created a new training group, which is super cool, right? The next step is to share your training groups with your community. And for this, we're going to make a new video soon. See you soon, guys. Bye.